viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Fizz game, and as you can see, we finally have some repairs going. Well, you can't actually see that, but well, you can see it from this, for example. The bar on the right here finally works again, and yeah, it's still not spectator mode, but yeah, well, they're working on that. And I have full confidence that they are at some point going to be able to bring us full replays again in spectator mode and such. Anyway, we're going to go with Fizz, as I said, and we're going to stick with Fizz. Because even though we can see the other lanes, we still can't see the enemy health bars, as you can see here. There you go. Now he watches that, I think. I'm not actually sure how that works. But I know that if he looks at something, I can see it. So yeah, it's if they come close enough to enemy or to allied champions, I guess they can easily we can see it. So we get the first blood here. Total coincidence that I actually caught that, but you guys know that. You guys know that if I accidentally trip upon something, that that is actually an accident, because as I said, I'm going to watch the mid lane. Currently, there's nothing to do in the mid lane. That's why I was watching other lanes. And yeah, having that first blood like that is really, yeah, that immediately points to what level we're playing. Because this trick is only done in like the below 1200 ELOs. And that is just the way it is. It's mostly new players that do that or that get caught by it. Because getting caught by it is just silly, and especially if you're Ezreal. Yeah, I thought that was Ezreal, but actually Ezreal picking up a kill there. Because Ezreal can just fire a Q in there. He has that Q, it's basically free if you do it straight off. And you can just hear that there's someone there. And it doesn't even matter, even if it's not free. Even if you didn't regen the mana straight away, then yeah, it... yeah, well, you can't really worry about that. I mean, checking the bush with a Q is really easy to do, and everyone should know how to do it. Anyhow, if you just stay clear of the bush and move into your lane on the other side, so if the minions are here, you walk with the minions and just go over here. That way they can never jump on you, and they don't get an advantage out of it. Because that's the only thing they get. They get a little bit of an advantage because they get to hit first. But other than that, you can pretty much, well, you have a 50-50 shot of getting first blood, basically, then. But yeah, it also depends on what champions you're up against, of course. Because killing Volibear early game is pretty hard to do, even though he did die there. But yeah, the weaker champions, such as Ezreal, although Ezreal does have a nice jump, but that is... well, level 2 onwards, I guess, because everyone starts with Q. So, yeah, you can pretty much kill him at level 1, but then afterwards, yeah, wow, he just gets so much damage that you can't really kill him anymore. And plus he has that escape, and a nice kill here by Fizz, doing the damages and finishing it off with a nice ignite. And that, of course, is awesome. So, wow, this bottom lane is completely getting dominated by Ezreal. Ezreal already up to 3 kills, and even though he died as first blood, yeah, he's still doing very well. 11 minions now, highest in the game together with Fizz. And look at that, the Jax and the Nocturne still at 0. Well, the Nocturne is the jungler, I guess, but also Volibear at 1 and Thresh at 9. So, sorry, I should have pointed out Fiora at 5. Thresh is actually doing quite well. And wow, I thought that was a mistake that I completely derped there. But yeah, the first tower is already down at 4 minutes in. I don't know how that came to be, but that was redonkulous. Huh. Anyhow. Already taking out one of the towers, which means you get 750 gold as a team. It's not a good tactic, by the way. Just so we're clear on that, I don't think it's a good tactic. Because getting an early tower kill seems to be good, But now, as you can see, they have to farm all the way over here because the enemy team is just going to keep the lane here. Oh, and we're in a little bit of no real trouble. We just took some damage from one of the blades, I guess, the bouncing blades. And here we go. Too much AoE damage, I think. I don't think he can actually pick up all of this. No, he's not going to be able to. Yeah, that's the risk of doing AoE damage to your minions. You're going to lose some of them. Oh, we have someone, the Thrash, disconnecting because of a power outage, which is cute. So we're apparently duo queuing, because otherwise, how would he know? That is cute. Anyhow, yeah, we're going on aggressive on this Katarina. Katarina early game has some severe trouble doing anything, well, without taking too much risk, of course. And a very nice jump. Definitely played Fizz a little bit more than just this one game, because those kind of jumps, even though they're not super hard to do, yeah, they have to come up in your head when you're in this kind of situation. You have to realize, if I use my jump for that and do it correctly, then I'll jump over it and we will have no problem. And of course, yeah, everyone can do it, but you have to still make it work in that situation when the pressure is on, because if you miss that jump, you're dead, basically. Well, he did have a flash still available, so I guess it's a little bit too dramatic to say that he would have been dead. But yeah, saving your flash is of course a major accomplishment, and that is excellent. So Katarina back in lane, and yeah, she's already pretty far down. She's at level 5 versus level 7. Meanwhile, she is at 12, where we are at 34. Well, you could have seen that from the previous screen as well, but I try to keep the thing to a minimum, the usage of that screen. And yeah, by the way, this bar being repaired means I'm going to put my my cam on top of the minimap, or well, north of the minimap, because I don't want you to be spoiled by how long the game is still going to last. And obviously you can see that from the video length. But yeah, I guess if you want to be spoiled, if you want to know how long a game lasts, yeah, you can see it. But if you don't want to see it, then the video length shouldn't spoil you, because normally, yeah, you don't have to look at that. I mean, I never look at that. I don't even look at it right now. Well, I can't look at the video length, obviously, but I never look at stuff that tells me how long it takes for this match to end. Unless I get bored with the game, for example, because people could have finished the game already. And whoa, nicely done. So he went aggressive, realized it was the wrong moment because the jungler was there, and actually just ran out because of that. Now you have to attack them first. But yeah, with Fizz it's pretty hard to do, because Fizz does a lot of damage over time, and that of course makes it hard to last hit versus the tower. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's just the way it is with Fizz. If you miss a last hit, you get a chance to still pick it up with your damage over time. And no, the top one. Oh, he missed it. Yeah, the top one was going down because all of his minions were focusing that one minion. But anyhow, yeah, it seems that we're leaving the lane now to help out bottom lane. Bottom lane is getting fed, by the way. 5 and 2. So 43 minions, which is just under Fizz. But it's still pretty nice. And obviously, yeah, the 2 kills can't really go up against the 5 kills. So it would have been a really risky situation, which I wouldn't mind seeing. But yeah, it would have been really risky for Fizz. Because going up against someone who has 1,000 more gold than you do, yeah, that's probably a little bit too risky. But it's okay. Fizz is just happy to just farm it up here. And we are currently going for, well, no really big items yet. But, well, he can go whatever. So the ultimate from Nocturne. but he's nowhere near here. You see the problem here? The problem of pushing the lane. Yeah, they just lost both of their lives because they killed that tower. If they didn't kill the tower, the lane would be over here. They would have so much chance to zone out the enemy. Instead of killing the tower, you should always try to pressure your enemy in the early game. Obviously, in mid game, which is not yet, but in mid game when you are just about to start roaming the map and grouping up, that is when you kill the tower. So having a tower at 4 minutes, even though it's great, doesn't really do anything. Well, it actually works negatively for you. So it's counterproductive to kill a tower that early, unless you can put the gold to good use. But that's beside the point here. I mean, there's no way they can put that to good use. So they could have denied all the minions here, because they're 2 versus 1. So if one of them stands over here or over here, just picks up the minions or the experience from the minions, the other one is just standing here and only last hits minions, then yeah, that would be an excellent situation to be in, because you never have to worry about someone coming to gank because your lane isn't pushed, and you never have to worry about your enemy actually getting a minion, because, well, you have that second guy in the bush and he is going to attack the guy that tries to come in to either get experience or get gold. And it is a great situation to be in. It's probably the best situation you can be in. And if you look at the high level replays or the high level games, you see that is what they're trying to accomplish or trying to prevent from happening. But yeah, you always see if someone dominates their lane, you always see that they zone out the enemy as much as possible. And I've tried to point that out in the past in high level replays, but it seems people just want to watch high level replays for the fun factor, not because they want to learn something, which is fine by me, but don't complain to me that because I have low level replays here on my channel that you can't learn anything from it, because, well, 95% of people don't learn from high level replays either, because they still make the same mistakes and they just watch it for the entertainment value, which is fine by me. As I said, I don't care why you watch videos. I'm just saying that if you want to learn from high level replays, then learn from high level replays. Don't just watch them because there's a shoutcaster that goes like, "Oh man, she actually hit him!" Yeah, because you can see on screen what happens, and it's not very interesting to comment on that. What would be interesting is to see what happened, or what would have happened if they did do a decent strategy. So, yeah, and we see that in as I said, many of the high level replays, we see that exact strategy, only it's 1 versus 1 then, always up top. So you never have that problem. And yeah, getting ganked now because there is no second guy here anymore. And this is all because they pushed the lane, they killed the tower. So Zed is never in lane anymore. And hello. Why did you not disrupt him? I don't know. He probably used his disrupt earlier, but with the trickster, he had that up, right? With the trickster, you can disrupt him because it is. Hang on, it's. No, you can't disrupt them. I thought he had a knockback of some kind. Oh, this is, yeah, this is the one. But yeah, that takes a little while. It takes a second and a half. Of course, your teleport takes longer. So if he immediately realized what was going on, and of course I don't know Fizz like he should know Fizz, sorry, Fish. I read fish and all of a sudden it's fish. No, I read fish, but yeah, well, whatever. Anyhow, what he could have done is use his ultimate straight away. That way he would get the slow, but also the disrupt on the teleport, and that would be way more important. It was indeed a teleport. I was just double checking there. But because sometimes we have these visual bugs where it seems to be that something is happening, but it's not actually the case. Come on, Fizz, go back to your mid lane. No, he's going to bottom lane, I think. He should be going to bottom lane to help out. This guy's still at full health. And this guy is also pretty much at full health. Volibear, however, is at 900 health. And he did build Warmock's armor, which is a nice item, but he can't really afford Warmock's armor. It's way too expensive for his 22 minions. He should have gone for way more efficient items. Items that help his AD carry, although they don't really have an AD carry. But items that help out Xin Zhao. That would have been great. Anyhow. As Fizz, we are going for the Sheen and the Chalice of Harmony. Chalice of Harmony, yeah, not really necessary because he's managing his mana pretty well. The Sheen, however, is necessary. I mean, that is just such a great item on someone like this. Someone who's nice and bursty. Because, well, if you're nice and bursty, you can always add to the burst by doing Sheen. Because Sheen is going to upgrade into... oh, come on. I know this. Lichbane. Man, it's so annoying if I can't remember the name of things. Yeah, it's going to be great for one-on-one fights. And, yeah. It's going to be great. So anyhow, now, so the Sheen itself currently helps him with 50% more damage on his basic attacks for last hitting, if he wants to. Yeah, it's not every hit, of course, it's only after you use a skill, but yeah, well, with the Chalice of Harmony, you can pretty much, get your skills going whenever you want. So you don't have to reserve them for special situations. Of course, the ultimate and the playful trickster should be used only in specific situations, like this one. Ultimate! No! He did use his ultimate, but it was not good enough. Nice gank here by the enemies. And yeah, there was really nothing he could do. Maybe the combination of Q and E could have been done better, but I don't think there was any possibility for him to get out, even with his flash still up. So even if you consider that he had a jump here, flash, and that urgent strike, I think the only thing that could have happened is if he went the other way. Because he was over here somewhere. If he jumped that way, he might have been able to escape. But I'm not sure about that. But it might be something to check out, because I can't rewind on this one, which is kind of unfortunate. Otherwise, I would have definitely rewound now and seen what would have happened if he jumped in. Also, I would have been able to see where the enemies were, but he kind of assumed it was just Zed, I guess, and there were two more guys coming, and there's where it went wrong. Because, well, with the two extra guys coming, it is of course very hard to get away. And we are going to shoot nothing. Excellent. I don't even know. Oh, Asriel was on the enemy team. Never mind. He did shoot something. Here we go, getting the ultimate off, and whoa! Damages! Yeah, so they did some nice amounts of damage there. Yeah, Volibear, I still don't understand your build, dude. Is Thresh still AFKing? He is level 4. He is not going to come back. Even if he does come back, it is way too late to add anything to the play here. Yeah, so we are 4 versus 5. Which means that the lanes are going to push, but yeah, bottom lane was already pushing. Top lane, Fiora has held off pretty nicely. It's just that she has no wards out. And yeah, if they had wards out, they would have been safe, or she would have been safe still farming. But yeah, she doesn't. So 6 and 6 Volibear. Total is 14 to 19. 2 and 1 for Fizz and 5 and 8 for Zinzao. The enemy team, of course, we still have Nocturne who's doing well. We have Ezreal who's doing well. The rest is kind of moi. The Jax is doing okay, I guess. And the Zed is doing okay. The Katarina not so much. Katarina has been completely outlaned here. 60 to 113. So nicely done by Fizz. That was the exact thing that he needed out of that lane. And Volibear, stop stealing minions, you freaking noob. Yeah, I kind of grew tired of those kind of actions where the supports are just whiny little bitches and want to steal, steal farm everywhere. So I kind of stopped remarking that in like the chat or things like that. Because Volibear is a support here. And what he wants to build is, like a very tanky top laner build. Which requires you to have like 12,000 gold. But he's only going to end up with like 7,000 gold. At the time he actually needs it. Which means that he's going to have like 2 good items. And then the rest is crap. Instead of building support items and making sure that his team can do really well, he's just going to do crappy things all game. Because, yeah, well, as you can see, he's going really low. He should have died there, and he's still going to die, unless this can now be finished. No, Nocturne actually gets him, and we are going to die. Oh, the complete ace because Thresh isn't there. So it's 4 for 3. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just that if Volibear had, and this is just an example, but if he had the Age of the Legion, gave everyone more armor, everyone more magic resist, that would have been way better for the team. And of course, if he had some wards out, they would have been able to see what's happening. But no. We don't do that in Volibear land. So yeah, Fiora going for the kill here, but I don't think they should be able to get this. Wow, he's just going to stand there. Are you kidding me? Dude, how can I make a prediction if you're doing stupid stuff? Yeah, he has boots level 2. Oh, he now has a Warmark's armor. But he had boots level 2, and there was really no reason for him to just stand there. Obviously, you see 2 people coming at you, you run away. And Fiora does not have a slow, at least as far as I know. No, she doesn't have one on her skill, on her items, and I don't think she has one on her skill, although I haven't done a Fiora game in quite some time, but I'm pretty sure. So there's really no way she could have caught up with him. She has that dash, she already used that, but if he just walked away, there's no way. And Nocturne, of course, does have a movement speed boost, which is excellent. So, which makes it even more impossible for her to chase him. And Jax is just going to die. Okay, that was a good one. I mean, Jax overextended, obviously, but that can happen. That's not really an issue. And oh, why do people always chase when they have no vision? Yeah, well, whatever. We're not going to surrender. Yeah, I don't want to surrender, man. 5 and 2 is not a good enough score. We need to win this and then send it to CPG. Because, yeah, well, can't send this game, obviously. Even though he is doing really well. I mean, I'm totally impressed by the fact that he has double the minions that his laning opponent has. And Katarina without minions is pretty much blah. It doesn't really do anything. Bottom lane is getting pushed here by Nocturne. Oh man, this Fizz has to feel like I feel in so many games of Smite, where it looks like People just don't understand what's going on. He's defending one lane, and all the rest of the team needs to do is defend one other lane. That's the bottom lane. Of course, the mid lane would be nice to defend, but it's not being pushed, so just picking up these minions at some point would be good enough. It is getting pushed now, as you can see. The minions are going to push into this tower, and I don't think anyone will come to actually pick up those minions. So, yeah, I'm not actually sure why people don't get that. And yeah, we have a teleport coming in here, and Jax is just going to own this tower now. This makes me so sad. It's the power of teleport, by the way. If you're considering something like this, something like Jax, teleport might be good for you, because teleport is actually really good at doing these things. So he trades the well, his life for a tower. That's a definite good trade for Jax, and yeah, nothing else to be said about that. That was just the way it should be. I mean, there was no way he was going to get out, even if only Fizz was there, because Fizz, well, has all of his skills up, including his ultimates, and well, shark tooth or no, saber-toothed sharks are just impossible to beat against